I just moved into a house. You might have saw it on TV. I'll be honest, I can't find my hair gel. So that's why I look this way. Another thing, I get laser hair removal on my neck because neck beards, I have indoor heating. It's not a fashion statement anymore. So that's why this is all not trimmed, because I have to like laser hair with this. I get that. And it's just, I just want to tell you guys why I look so crappy. So, and then I drove my truck today because I was like, you know what, I'm going to drive the truck instead of the van. And my backup hat that I always put on is in my van. So, and then I got here and I was hungry. And I was like, man, they probably don't have beef jerky. So I went down the road to the Sunoco, got some beef jerky, and I'm just fueled up, ready to go. And thank you for having me. Again, I appreciate you guys' support. It means a lot. What I'm trying to do is the Travis Mills Project, which is under the Travis Mills Foundation. We do various other things, but I'm trying to bring vets just like Mr. House is doing. But what I do is I bring the families in. So I feel like my best healing came from Walter Reed. It came from being around guys that were just like me in a way. You know, they had different wounds or whatever, but they had their families. One of my best friends, his name's Seal, lost both legs above the knee. His name's Bo. His son Landon and my daughter are friends. You know, I almost beat him up a few times. You know, but I mean, he's only like 4, and she was whatever. And his wife Lacey is one of my wife's good friends, and that's where I get my best healing. I think that that family aspect is what really matters. So what I'm trying to do, and I have done for the last 2 years, 1 week out of the year, I don't want to go too fast, is I bring families in. There was 4 families the first year, and then there was 5 last year, and I'm going to keep expanding and hopefully bring families up to Maine, and we take them to Booth Bay Harbor. You know, if they want to go on a whale watch, go see a whale, you know. We're going to sit around and have s'mores, talk about it. And the thing is, I bring new guys in so that I can kind of see how they're doing. I'm a peer mentor. I'm like a life coach, if you will. The hospital at Walter Reed called me up 2 weeks after the Boston bombing, had me assemble a team, and I went up there with 5 guys to hang out with the Boston bombing victims and walk around the hallways, like, hey, check it out. It could be worse, you know, but it gets better. And I went back to the hospital, and what's up, dog? And if it doesn't tickle, I can't even feel that. Whatever, you know. But truthfully, like the hospital at Walter Reed, if anything kicks off with ISIS or anything, they want to give me like a consulting, not so much pay me, but pay for my travel to go back and meet with the guys and hang out with them, because, you know, you learn best from people that are going through the same situation. They can have a doctor tell them one thing, they don't believe it. I had one kid, well, not a kid, he actually was older than me, but he was having a rough go. The nurses were all afraid of him, the doctors were afraid of him, he was real grumpy. And I went up there at nighttime, I went back, and I was able to, like, Walter Reed let me heal. Actually, I'll tell this real quick. I drove from my house in Maine, in Manchester there, all the way to Washington, D.C. by myself. I went and checked my hotel, stayed for 2 nights, hung out, and the doctor's like, you need to talk to this person, and go see this guy in his room, and this one's the mean one. So I went to the mean guy's room, they're like, we don't take visitors, you know, like, he don't take visitors past 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I said, oh, I don't care. And then one lady's like, oh no, I know who you are, Travis, these are people that haven't been here long enough. So they knocked on his door, he said, what? And I opened the door and said, huh? And I said, nothing, just, I'm going to talk to you for a minute. They started, I'm not going to say his name, but anyway, I went in there and talked to him. And the next day, I mean, he was downstairs at the gym, like, checking it all out, going through prosthetics with me. His wife was so excited, he was so upbeat about what was to come. And that's the best healing. So, fortunately for me, the PTSD and the TBI I don't suffer from. I know traumatic brain injury or concussions I should have because I got hit so hard. No, thick skull, like Homer Simpson. You guys saw that one. He's a boxer. You know what I'm talking about, bro. You're just laughing the hardest. I'm just saying. But anyway, so I don't have that. But I do realize that it's there and that it's something that needs to be addressed. And if I can bring the families in, the wives can talk. Because it's not just the guy that's healing. It's not just the guy that got hurt or the female that got hurt. It's the whole family aspect. My daughter grows up now, you know, knowing that I used to play football. I used to have arms and legs. I used to hold her. And now I had an accident and I'm hurt. But she's okay with it. And she sees all the other people at Walter Reed, where it's like there's a whole colony of us. But then you go out and you're isolated. There's not a lot of guys like me hanging out in the world, you know, and hanging out like around us. But my daughter knows that it's normal because she grew up around it at Walter Reed. But you got the other people that go and they get hurt and they come out after the fact, and their families maybe haven't seen as much people as my wife and I and my daughter have seen. So they come out like, oh my gosh, like their dad's the same way, and they get by. Or my wife's like, oh my gosh, so Travis the other night, totally just his arm broke, it was crazy. And the wife's like, oh man, John did the same thing. And they're healing in a way and talking. And then you get to come to Maine and enjoy it. So I like to joke around, I like to have fun and be upbeat. But really it does help, and I've had so much good comments and outpouring. People are like, I gotta come back next year. I'm like, well, when we get big enough and we do some repeat trips. But I gotta keep passing it on and bringing more people into Maine and enjoying it. Thank you for letting me move here. I'm from Michigan. My wife said we're going to move here. And I said, well, what do you mean? She said, we're going to move here. I said, I want to move to Michigan. Took my arm off, hit me with it, right? Found a loophole in the system. It's like, stop hitting yourself. Stop. I was like, oh, damn. Oh, quit it. Okay, we'll move to Maine. Good decision. Happy about it. But that's what the Trails and Mills Project is. It was bringing families of wounded guys to Maine to 100% accessible camp. We did it at Camp Kennebec the first year, Camp Wavis Kiev the next year, and eventually we'll maybe buy, hopefully, our own property, you know, but we're going to keep renting or, you know, taking over a camp for a week, up to 4 weeks, maybe even 16 weeks, or our ultimate goals of our own camp, 16 weeks, and then do some winter projects too. Because I do snowboard, believe it or not. I do mountain bike down mountains. Well, I don't pedal, I just gravity. Who's got a Thighmaster machine? Yeah, no one misses Thighmaster machines. But let me tell you something. When you're shooting down a 9,000-foot mountain and your brake handles from right here are ducked between or on your thighs on a bike that has 4 wheels and you got to find a way to stop, them Thighmaster machines come in handy. Like, oh, there's a cliff! So anyway, but I do that kind of things, and I want to keep doing that. So like at the camp this last year, we had people come up from New England Rehab, and they did kayaking. We did biking around the campus. We go to the Windsor Fair and enjoy that, have the families go out there. I had people from Georgia, right, supposed to be country and all the country songs, oh, Georgia, you know, never been to a fair, never had a funnel cake. Whoa. One, shame on their parents, you know, to hold that from them. And two, you gotta be kidding me, you know. But it is a good time. We do enjoy it, and all the money raised goes towards that, and we do put on one heck of a good time for these veterans and their families. And if I can just be honest, I didn't sacrifice what your son sacrificed. My family has not been through what you've been through, and I'm sorry for your loss. I keep going every day. I just want to be honest about it. A couple guys in my deployment didn't come home. Right? One kid joined at 17, deployed at 18. He only joined because he had a daughter in high school. She didn't make it. She did, sorry. He didn't make it home. He'll never see her grow up. Right? I'm fortunate every day that I'm still here and able to hang out with my daughter. This morning she's dressed as a doctor, going to preschool. She's all excited. Came to give me a checkup, just like Doc McStuffins does. You know? So I'm trying to give good back and pay it forward, just like it was paid to me by other nonprofits out there that wanted to help out my family, my in-laws. This is my mother-in-law over here, and my wife and everybody that was there. So that's why I'm trying to do that. I'm just trying to give good back because of all the love and support I was shown. And for you guys to donate what you guys did, I'm not sure if they know the number and everything, and then to say you're going to continue to donate to my foundation to help people in my situation, and you know, not all wounds are visible, and I know that. So guys that want to come up with PTSD and hang out and just kind of sit around and like you said, healing within talking, it does. Like when you go out on Walter Reed, you got no arms and legs, but you got another buddy has no arms and legs and one with 2 legs gone, and people stare. It's like, what are you looking at? You want to go? You want some of this? Huh? We got 2 arms in this whole group. And we straight up carbon metal. Get at me. So anyway. That's really it. You know, it's just simple. We're just trying to do good and pay it forward. And I appreciate you guys and what you guys do for myself, as well as, you know, I'm sure Mr. House is as well. So that's it. Does anybody got any questions though, real quick? Because I mean, check this out. Hey, that's not. That didn't hurt. That totally didn't hurt. So it's cool. She's 3 now, a lot older than there. That documentary took 5 days. It's available in November. I'm not supposed to tell people that, but I don't care. So don't tell my lawyer I said that. Maybe edit that one out. But anyway, anybody else? Come on, I don't know how this works. This is my backup arm. My good one broke this morning. I'm going to the VA after this because the wire was loose. I wanted to punch him.
What was your rehabilitation like? Where did it come from?
Well, I tell you what, I woke up in Germany on my birthday, and it's the first time I woke up. I got hit the ground, boom, ah, that sucks. I could see everything, I was coherent. Made the helicopter ride, talking to the flight medics, made the operating table, and they said, you know what, I don't know how you're still awake, buddy, go to sleep. I'm like, my little girl, am I ever going to see her again? That's all true. It knocked me out. April 14th, I woke up for the first time in Germany with my brother-in-law sitting there, and it's my birthday. Happy 25th. You know, I'm taking ice cream. I was like, jerks. Can I get an ice chip? No. Oh, man. I was 110 pounds. I went from 250 pounds of sheer pure terror and muscle to 140 pounds, looking like a crackhead. Like, hey, man. You know, like, that's not nice, but I'm just saying that's like Chappelle does, but whatever. So I got back to the States, and I had my family still. I was still alive. I was still breathing. I didn't know what I was going to do. Then I had a robot walk in my room. Corporal Todd nicely comes walking in with his 2 arms and 2 legs that are fake. I'm like, holy crap, am I hallucinating? These drugs are crazy. I wasn't. And he just showed me it could be done. So I was like, well, hey, let's get after it. So my doctor and I had a little argument. I said, hey, I got to go to physical therapy. He said no. And I said, no, I don't think you get it. I'm going to go and get better because I have to. I'm just losing 3% muscle mass every day laying in this bed. He said no again. And I said, I will jump out of this bed and low crawl, which is dumb. There's a wheelchair sitting right there. You know, but I wanted to make the statement and the point. So I did. And then I called him every half hour, 4 hours straight, and he said I can go. And then I just took physical therapy and occupational therapy as a job. 4 hours of each a day, 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. I hated the weekends. It was the worst part of it for me because I didn't feel like I was getting better. And I just knew at the end goal, I was going to walk my daughter down the aisle. I was going to take her to school, which I do. She's upset because I didn't take her today, but she's okay with it. You know, my wife took her. They made lady fingers, which are really neat. It's pretzels, peanut butter, chocolate, half almond. Looks like, anyway, it's a witch thing. But it's for school, so whatever. But that's where it was, my family. And I wouldn't give up on them. And I wouldn't give up on the guys that paid the ultimate sacrifice, because how selfish would it be with all the doctors and nurses and therapists and family and love and support I was shown to just be like, you know what, this ain't for me. I'm just gonna sit here, just gonna hang out. Someone spoon feed me. I mean, I miss someone feeding me now, and I do it myself. But you know.
Thank you very much.